going on? All right. Am I live, you guys? I may or may not be live. I'm going to check and see. Let's see. Am I there? I look like a hot mess. Holy moly. Oh, I'm here. All right. All right. So I just came in from the pool. I'm sitting in my lovely hotel room here. And I know that maybe you don't know how to create a group, or you might not know some of the odds or the back and forth of creating a group. So I thought I'd come on and I'm going to just create a mock group that is going to be just sitting there, I guess, at some point. Maybe I'll use it for something in the future. But I thought that I'd come on and show you guys some ins and outs to creating a group. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so we are, hopefully you guys, let me double check that you guys can see what I've got going on here. Because there's no one there to tell me. I'm live, but you guys can't really see me right now, I don't think. Okay, so here we go. All right, so what you want to do when you're ready to create a group is you're going to go to your own home screen. Okay, so I'll go to mine here. Excuse me. So I'm going to mine here and I'm going to create a group from here. I say I'm going to create a group from here. I have to remember how to create a group from here. I might have to go to the main page. Yeah, I do. Okay, so you have to go to the main page. Sorry, guys. And you have to hit this button over on the right screen. It's called groups. And you hit groups. And then in this group setting, of course, you see that I have all of my groups and different things here on the side. But you can actually, you see this button that says create new group. I'm going to show you a couple things here. I'm going to push create group, new group. So I'm going to say that I want to name my group, I don't know. I'm going to name my group Vacation in Florida. So the first thing I'm going to want to do before I even create this group is, of course, I'm going to decide my name. I just put that up in the group, you guys, so y'all can take a peek at it and see what you need to do to develop your own personal business name. Because that is the very first key important thing that you can do is name your own business. I have no idea where I'm supposed to be looking right now because I'm not talking to anyone. So bear with me. Anyways, so your business name is going to make or break you. I mean, it's not going to completely break you, but if you go with a name that someone else already has or 5 other people already have, then, and they've got really good algorithm and you've got just a brand new algorithm, you're going to have problems. You're going to have problems when they're searching for you. You're not going to be the first person that pops up. So you want a unique name that's unique to you, that's unique to what you're going to talk about, and that's unique to possibly your products. So there's a whole, I just started a brand new, they're called guides instead of units now. So you're going to go to guide number 1 and you're going to follow those steps. And you guys, I'm sorry they're not all in there. I'm building this as I go. I have lots of notes. I've been working on this. And I've been so busy, I haven't been able to. But now that I'm on vacation, yes, this is my vacation. But now that I'm on vacation, I'm going to be able to sit here now and show you some things and do some things while John and Hayden are visiting his father. So, all right. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to Facebook, and in your search bar right here, you're going to, I'm going to search in vacation in Florida. Okay. And you're going to, oh, look, see that? There's one already up here called Vacation in Florida. So I'm not going to want my name to be Vacation in Florida. Of course, there's vacation, you know, I mean, there's different words here, but I don't want anything that's going to be really close to that. So I'm going to change that and I'm going to name it Melody and John vacation. And I'm just making up names, you guys, just, you know, because I have no idea what to do. So, and then I'm going to run that search again. And I'm going to see if anything else comes up with Melody and John. Nope. Look, but my name, look at that. Woo! When I typed in Melody, Melody came up as one of the first ones. That is really good, you guys. That means my algorithm is getting really good. Look at that. Ooh, I like that. Okay, so I'm going to go back in here to create a group, and I'm going to name my group name. All right, so I'm going to call it Melody and John Vacation. I'm just going to put Melody and John Vacations. All right. Now, for a group, one of the best and most important things that you can do for yourself is to make a group private. Okay, and the reason for making a group private is, as a private group, when someone is invited in or someone comes into that group, they feel more exclusivity and more protection, that they're not going to be spammed, that they're not going to have a bunch of people messaging them. And, you know, a lot of times you'll join a group and it's so open that lots of people will just start messaging you and friending you. And that can happen even in a private group, but they feel more confident and it's less likely to happen. So I highly recommend that you set your group at private. Now on the second setting, you've got hide group. You see, I'm marking over here on the left. You see, you can go visible or you can go hidden. The difference in those two things, if you hide yourself, and I would not do that, by the way, but if you hide yourself, when we go to do that search for Melody and John's vacations, you're not going to be able, Melody and John vacations, yeah, okay. You're not going to be able to find it, okay? So if Simply Flawless Naturally, my personal group, is listed as hidden, and someone wants to find me, say someone got my business card, and so they really want to come in and join my group, if you have that on hidden, they are not going to be able to find you and request to join. So you want that clicked to visible. All right, and you can invite your friends right here, but I 100% highly do not recommend that you just randomly invite your friends, and I certainly wouldn't do it before you get things set up and get some content in it. The worst thing you can do is set up a group immediately and send out all these invites, and then they come in and there's nothing for them to look at all. So you're going to name your business, and then you're going to set up your group. And as you set up your group, then you're going to put some content in it, and then you're going to start inviting. So you can do this as fast as you want. I highly recommend the faster, the better, because you can get some really good information. I mean, some building and going a lot faster. All right. So all you do then is just push the button, create. All right. Oops. So just push that create button. So now I have a group, right? It's that simple. I really do have a group that simple. So I'm going to, step one, I'm going to add myself a picture. So I'm going to come over here on the right-hand side here, and I'm going to push this edit button, and I'm going to upload a photo. And I don't know if I have anything. I don't know if I have any pictures from any of our anything. So I'm just going to throw up a picture that I have. That's probably not the one. Since this doesn't really matter, I'm going to just throw in a picture of peppers right there because we're pepper farmers. And so you can do that. Now, I do have a learn how to create your own graphics in Canva video. I'll drop that in here in just a little bit, because this would be a really good place once you've found your name to go into Canva and make yourself your own special picture with your name on it. And if you need help with that right away, I can totally help you with that. I can make one pretty quickly for you just to get you going until you get a chance to go back and do it. But going into Canva and creating your own cover photo is a really good idea here. we'll talk more about that, and I will drop in that pretty easy video. It's long, but if you go about 8 minutes in, it really starts getting good, and go until about an hour, and you get some really good information on how to work Canva. All right, so I'm just going to save the changes. And so now I have myself a picture that is going to be the first thing anyone sees when they come to my group. So you want that picture to be a welcoming, nice photo. We do have some really great photos in an album, cover photos in an album that are ready to go. All you need to do is slap your name on them in the Natural Leaders albums, and also the Cove Creek Consulting Group. So that's a good place to go. Okay, so let's move over here to the left. So you have all of these different things. You've got member requests, automatic member approvals, membership questions, pending posts, post topics. Post topics are very, very important. I will talk about those in a minute, but they are definitely something that you want to utilize. Scheduled posts, you also want to utilize those. Those will save you so much time and so much trouble, and they allow you to be consistently posting in your group. And consistency in your group is number one. Okay, content and consistency go hand in hand. When you're consistent with your content and you're posting every single day, then your group will grow and your people will be more active. So you got group rules, activity log, member reported content, moderation alerts, group quality, and settings. So because we're just setting it up, we're going to go straight into settings. So I'm going to push settings here, and you've got all of these little buttons here. Now you can edit each one of these things. So I'm going to put our vacations over time. Fun in the sun and pictures. So what you want to do here is you're going to put something about why you're doing what you're doing. Introduce yourself, welcome them to the group, introduce yourself, tell them that you make sure that you say that you're an independent Cove Creek consultant, that your love for the products brought you here, and tell them about some content that you're going to provide in the group. So if you're going to be baking in your group on a daily basis, or talking about baking, or talking about hiking, or talking about vacations, or talking about just taking care of your skin, whatever content you've decided, I put a little blurb in it in that very first part. Step number one, make sure that you have decided that, because you want to put a description of that, because that way when someone is coming to your group that has never been to your group, they can look at that description, and that description may make them decide to join your group, and it may make them decide not to join your group. So you want that description to be really, really good. For this, I'm just making a play mock group here, and I actually might use it later, but I'm just making a group that you guys can see how to build one. All right, so I'm just going to save that. And you can certainly change your privacy, but once you go private, if you start public, you can switch to private, but once you've gone private and published, you cannot go back to public. But again, I truly recommend the private setting on that. And then for the high group, visible. For location, I am going to, I don't need them to know exactly where I'm at. I prefer to just put the United States here. Okay, and the reason for that is because we can sell anywhere in the United States. So you could put, for a Cove Creek group, you could put United States, and you could put Puerto Rico, because we're available in both of those places. And you just save, and that way, if anyone's looking for something in the United States or in Puerto Rico, then it's right there. All right, so the next step in the settings is web address. Now that gets really confusing, because a lot of people think that that means like your Cove Creek web address, shopping link. That is not the same thing. This is really, really, really important. I know that you've gone to groups before and you've clicked into it across the top and it says facebook.com/group/7102317, a whole bunch of long numbers. You don't want that. That makes it harder for them to search. So you're going to push edit here and you're going to put in your name, and that would be the name of your group. Okay. So here I'm going to type in Melody and John's and John Vacations. You want it to be exactly the same thing that you named your group. So Melody and John Vacations, and it'll tell you if someone's already taken it. And if it does, then you probably need to go rename your group before you get going any further. Okay. For the record, you can only rename your group, I believe, once every 30 days. So that's why it's really, really important that you name your business before you start your group. Because if you just start your group randomly and have to go back and change it, you're stuck. And if you're going to start a business, you ought to name it first and have them used to coming back to you and seeing your content. Okay. So anyways, for that web address, that is your Facebook address. That is not any other address. So you put in the name of your group and push save. And now, did you see at the top right here, it just changed my group name so that when it gets searched, it's going to come up right there as the actual name. The next thing down is group color. All right, I love purple, but you can pick any color you want. There's only a few that you can choose from. If your theme is pink, if your theme is purple, whatever. I'm gonna choose purple because I love purple. So my theme is now purple. And what that means is when there's things that are going on in the background, that's the color that's gonna show up. All right, badges. You can turn on all these different badges. Founding members, that's a really good one, especially when you're starting a new group and you've got people in. You can recognize them later as a founding member. You've got new members. It'll show up that they're a new member for 2 weeks. It'll show if you're an admin or a moderator. A rising star, that would be someone that is either posting or engaging in post. A visual storyteller is someone who's sharing engaging images or videos, and it shows for 1 month. You want to be able to be a visual storyteller. When you post in your group, the more photos or pictures or graphics that you can put in to the things that you're saying, Facebook sees those more. Videos even more. They want you sharing videos. They want you sharing graphics. Just words are not going to get you near as much interaction. All right. Conversation starter and founding members. You can pick and choose. You can turn these off. You can turn them on if you don't want to see a founding member. Leave those on and or off. It's up to you. That is really not that a huge of a thing, but it's a lot of fun to be able to see if someone comments that they're a new member or that they're, really sharing some content. It gives you some really good things here. All right. For group affiliation, now right here, I have another business. So if I was setting this up for a business right now, I would turn this on. And of course, it's giving me myself right now. And so if I started from another group, I would have that. Actually, they would be linked together. So if you do have another group already, holler at me and I will talk to you about this, because I would completely link my groups 100%. If you have more than one business, girls, link them. Seriously. Right now, it's just going to be linked to me because I started it from my page and or from my personal thing and not a page. So you just save that. All right. There are group types. There's general, there's buy and sell. Don't make it a buy and sell because people don't want to join buy and sell groups. They really, really don't, because they think that all you're going to be doing is buying and selling, like a yard sale site or something. You've got social learning. You've got jobs, you've got parenting. Okay, so general, buy and sell, gaming, social learning, jobs, parenting. Probably not going to do jobs. You might do parenting. That might be an interesting one. You're going to need to go in and check out those types a little bit more. I always use general. So honestly, I don't know very much about any of the other ones. So I'm just going to stick with general. Okay. So I'm going to put general and it's already marked. So if I changed it, I would push change there. Mentorship. I don't use this one. I'm just going to leave that alone. Guides. As you guys saw a while ago, I just did a new guide. A guide used to be called a unit. Literally, I don't know when that changed it, but it couldn't have been that long ago. Those guides are really great for groups like ours. And it might be a really good thing for you to turn on for yours. And why I say that is because you could create something that that is a guide to specific ingredients. Ooh, that's such a good idea. Sometimes I amaze myself. So I might I might go into my group and create some guides, but I'm going to do y'all's first. Don't worry. But I might add some guides into mine that are more specifically related to each of the products, so they can go through the products and read about ingredients and stuff. I'll talk about more of that later. I just had a really great idea though. If I do say so myself, I'm gonna write that one down. Guides in Simply Flawless Naturally. I think I might be able to use that feature in a really cool way. Okay, host Q&A. I am not sure what that is. Q&A is an interactive post type that helps people share the expertise. Oh, that's that new thing where you see it says it formatted it in a question. So I guess you can leave that as it is. I don't really mess with that one too much. So I'm just going to leave it as it is. I've got it marked as anyone in the group. That means anyone in the group can ask a question. All right, here we go. Who can join the group? Manage membership. Now, here's some really important stuff. You can allow profiles, which would be you and I, or pages, which would be if, for example, I have Flawlessly Festive Fingers. If you would allow my page to join your group, if you only want it to be private people, then you put only profiles. If you want it to be profiles and pages, then you would click the profile and pages. I usually leave it for profile and pages, but for this particular example, I'm going to leave it for only profiles. Okay, so I don't need to do anything. All right, approve all member posts. Okay, I highly recommend that you turn this on. There's a couple reasons for this. Number one, I don't allow any cursing, any kind of, politics, any kind of religion. I don't allow any of that on my group. None. I have a very, very large group that I run for my county that I live in that started as necessity for COVID, but has developed into more informational. I have to have this approve all member post on because I have one guy that constantly, I know he means no harm, but he constantly posts something political. And it is my number one rule is no politics at all in that group. That group is for information and for community coming together. Absolutely not political divide. So I have that on because I deny his post. I have people that want to post obituaries in there. I'm sorry, it's not a place for obituaries. If I allowed one, I'd have to allow another and another and another and another, and that would clog my page where I'm actually providing very important information for our community. I have some people every once in a while, you'll have them also that try to put their live video of them selling skirts in Egypt to your wall. So this is a really good place. I would approve all member posts. It takes 2 minutes. You get notified. You can share what they said, what they sent you. I mean, someone might send you a testimonial that is talking about how great they love their hair and their products. And that's fine. But since you don't know what might come across, I definitely recommend that you approve all member posts. Then when it comes up, then you're going to be able to do it. All right, so approve edits. That means if if you, if someone like, I make typos. Excuse me. I make typos all the time, and I go back in and edit it because I try not to make typos or autocorrect or any of that, and it drives me crazy. So I leave the approve the. I don't need to approve and edit. So anyone could go in and edit and make it political, I suppose. But I don't think that generally that's going to be an issue. So I leave that off. You can think that through for yourself and decide whether that's going to be a thing for you or not. All right. Manage advanced settings. So link pages. So look, I have all of these pages, seriously, okay? So I am a member of a duo, a DJ duo. So Allegheny Mountain Radio's Twisted Sisters. These are pages that I actually own and have something to do with or am in control of. So if you want to link your pages, so in the same context as if you have other groups that you are doing business with, I would not add a whole bunch of stuff that's not you. Do not add anyone that's not you. I would add, though, if you have a page that you're running for another business, link those. So I'm going to link um, my Twisted Sisters. I don't know why I just did that, but it did it. It linked me. And I'm going to link my Flawlessly Festive Fingers. So now when I look at my advanced settings on my linked pages, if you don't have a page, just ignore this, okay? And then I have recommended groups. You know who I recommend? I recommend myself. So I'm going to recommend that group, and I'm going to type in the name of my other group, because when they come in and they want to see what's going on, and I'm able, Katie, give me just a minute. I'm live right now. Okay. If you have a group already, girl, recommend your group here for sure. Because if they love your group and they see that you're recommending groups, then it's likely that they check out those groups and grab them as well. Okay. So those are your basic settings. I'm going to look at that one more time, Katie. How do I set my group up as private after I already set it up? Okay. You go into the settings, Katie. Hit your settings inside of your group, and that may look like a little shield up at the top right. You hit that and hit settings, and then you'll see the group privacy in there, and you just change it to private. Remember, once you change it to private, you cannot bring it back to public, but you can change it from public to private. All right, so that's your basic gist, okay, of how to do that. Now let's talk about member requests. Let me make sure I'm in the right spot. Hold on. Let me go back into settings. Somewhere in here is how to, because you want to manage membership and you want to ask or create rules. Oh, membership questions. Okay, so back over here on the left, we have member requests, we have automatic member approvals, membership questions. Here is a really good thing right here to be able to have questions asked. And I have not done this, and I should have done this. I have over 600 people in my list. If I would have done this, I would have an email list of 600 people right now. So here's a couple things that you want to do. You want to go to this membership questions, and you want to add questions. So for this question, you might say, who referred you to my group? And you can do check boxes, multiple choice, or written answer. And so for this one, it'll obviously be a written answer. So I'm going to push save. I'm going to create another group. Would you, let's see, how am I going to, please add your email address. And that's all I'm going to say. There's ways to word this where I'm going to have to work that out a little bit for you guys in your group, exactly what to say. But if you want to collect your email addresses, get those membership questions done and make it to where they have to answer them before they are allowed into your group. This is a huge thing. You can allow people into your group if they don't answer them. Okay. If they don't answer them, you still have the authority to say, you know what? I know Susie. I'm going to let her in here anyways. So don't worry about whether those questions are going to stop people from coming in, because they're not. If they don't want to answer them, they're not going to answer them. But this also, you could do one, what country, because this is a huge one, are you located in? And this is a huge one because Cove Creek is only available in the United States of Puerto Rico. So if you have someone from Nigeria or Guam or any other place that I get spammed from 100 times a day, and they say Nigeria, then you can just automatically say, nope, I don't want to approve them. All right. Because that's a good way to keep a spammer out. And I'm not talking about all people from Nigeria. That's not my intent right there. My purpose there was spammers from overseas that we all get a bunch of, and I don't mean that in any offensive way. All right. So, and I should probably be looking here, and I'm looking at myself over here. So I don't even know what I'm doing here. So anyways, you can get those things. And then right down here under after membership questions down at the bottom are group rules. Learn more. You want to set up rules, okay? They have some that are really good, but here on your very first one, absolutely. On my very first one in my community thing, absolutely. No political posts allowed. So I will always put that in my groups. I probably have it in some of them, but please, and you can say why. Please do not post any political, if I could type political post here. There is a time and place for that, but that ain't here. All right. And then you can add be courteous. Oh, shoot. And create that. I just messed up the other one. I'm just going to show you politics. Okay. No politics. I forgot to push create. Okay. So you can create that. And I want this one up at the top. I want this one to be my first one. So I think you can move them around. Yep, just by dragging and dropping. And you can click no hate speech or bullying. These are already in there, but you can make up your own rules as you just saw. Have fun. Have fun. No arguing. I'm only doing this to show you guys. Let's be fun and positive. So I can create that. And now see that one is down to the bottom. I can bring that one right here to the top. So now when they come in, they're going to see my group rules. They're going to answer my questions. And now they know what is expected of them. You can even put stuff about what you will or won't do in these group rules. It's your group. You get to do what you want to. Okay. So now we do have these membership questions that they need to answer as they come in, as you invite them and they come in. A lot of times when you invite them, I think they're just automatically approved. That I think is something that you have to set up. Pending post, if someone comes to your wall to share a testimony or something with you, that's where you're going to find something that's hanging out there that you need to approve or not approve to be able to have it on your wall. Post topics. I love these things. you're going to create topics. So if you're talking about the products, you might want a topic that's labeled products. If you're talking about, if you look in our group, you'll see stuff like creating your business, Facebook, posts for your group, um, graphics, informational, ingredient spotlight. So you decide your own topics as you put stuff in. Do not do what I've done. If you look at our group, you know I have way too many topics in there. I really, really do. And I haven't figured out how to get rid of them yet. And nor have I looked for a while. So put these topics in. Ingredient spotlight, hiking if you're talking about hiking, baking cookies if you're talking about baking cookies. I have in my personal group, I have exercise, I have products, I have specials, I have opportunity, I have ingredient spotlight. I can't remember what else I have, but I have several. So as you build, as you make these new posts, then you may end up creating a new topic. And that's really easy to do from a post. When you make a post, there's 3 little dots up at the top corner. You hit that and there's a drop down. Let me show you actually. I hope you got that, Katie. I'm going to show you real quick. Let me go into my group. Okay, so on your post here on the top of each of your little posts are 3 little dots, all right, where you can mark it as an announcement. If you mark it as an announcement inside your group, it hangs out at the top, okay? It just stays at the top so that it's the first thing they see every single time they come in. You can have as many announcements as you'd like. I honestly would not add more than, I don't know, 5, 6 announcements at a time because it gets a little confusing. They don't see them unless they know to go to the announcements tab. You can save your post. You can save it into a saved folder on Facebook. You can edit your post. So if you have that typo I just talked about, go in and edit it. You can add that post topic. So right here, I don't have a post topic added because it still says add one. So I'm going to click it. And I'm going to add it to opportunity because that's what that post is talking about. So I just type in opportunity. It knew I already had a topic in there and I save it. And then when they go to my topics, if they want to know about my opportunity, they can hit the opportunity button and they can scroll down and they can see anything I've ever said about the opportunity. They can go to ingredient spotlight and they can see all the ingredients I've ever talked about. So if they want to know something about goat milk, they can scroll through that and find something about goat milk. So post topics are incredibly wonderful. Also in this section, you can edit your post topic, edit your post. You can delete the post altogether. You can turn off notifications for this post. You can turn on notifications for this post if that was off. You can turn off or on translations, and you can turn off commenting. If you're giving a giveaway or if it's turned bad, for example, in my community group, there was some political stuff that went on and a huge argument ensued. And you know what? I just turned off commenting. That's it. I'm done with that. They're done talking about it. They're done arguing about it. They've got nothing left to say about it because I won't let them. Turn off commenting. The way I use this in my group currently is if I'm doing a giveaway and the giveaway is ended and I can't allow anyone else to keep entering, then I turn off the commenting. All right. So let's go back over to, come on, get out of my way here. So there's little things you can do on each of those things. All right, so post topics is important. Scheduled post. Oh, these are a lifesaver, okay? If you go to my group, and if you're new, please join my group and make sure that we're friends if we haven't been friends. I'm Melody Wallace on Facebook. Make sure we're friends. I'm your team leader, and I'm going to be here to help you guys all the way. You have Stephanie and Karen and Mary and all of us, okay? You definitely do, but you want to be able to check out my group, check out other people's groups. It's going to be really, really good for you. So every day at 10:05 a.m. And why 10:05 a.m.? Every day at 10:05 a.m. I do a post that's a positivity post, just some kind of statement that's a positivity post. So if I wanted to create a post and I want to, I'd push that scheduled post there. And so like this one popped up. So I'm going to just randomly pull myself a picture up of, I have no idea what. Let's pull up some more peppers. All right, so ABC, blah, blah, blah. I say something wonderful about these peppers, but I don't want this to post until tomorrow. Okay, here is where you add your pictures. Here you can tag people that are in your group. So that's a really, really good feature. You can check in, you can add a event, fillings, you can do different things here. But the important part is this little button right here on the bottom, schedule post. If I don't want I want to schedule this for tomorrow at 10:05. Oh, the reason for the 10:05, tomorrow morning at 10:05, I can push schedule and I can create one of those for every, I have my entire month of positivity post already scheduled. It takes me 25 minutes maybe to schedule all of those posts. I just pop one up, schedule it for the next day at the exact same time. Everyone in my group knows at 10:05 those posts are going to come up. Everyone knows at 12:05 my monthly challenge is going to come up, and everyone knows at 5:05 my follow up to my monthly or my daily challenge is going to come up. If you schedule stuff, schedule it for if it's in an interaction post, make it the same time every day. And this is for scheduled post only, okay? You can be random with all your other posts, but get yourself scheduled post. And then if you get busy at work and couldn't post anything for the day, your group still is active. There's still something going on it. That's why you want to use scheduled post. 10:05, if you schedule at 10, 10:15, 10:30, 10:45, that's when everyone else in the planet is scheduling on those quarter marks. If you schedule at 10:07, 10:09, 10:13, you're going to have a much higher likelihood of your posts getting seen. And I know that's weird, but it's true. So when you schedule your post, schedule it for some random number. I do 10:05. You might do 10:09, 2:07, 2:02. Doesn't matter. Just make sure that you have something that consistently goes up in your group every single day at the same time. Easy peasy. And then when you're not busy, you can put in other stuff. But if you got busy, something still went in there. All right. If you decide that you want to go floating on the river this summer and you're like, oh no, I haven't put anything in my group. Guess what? You don't have to worry about it. Something is still going in your group. I have something post 3 times a day. You don't need to do that. I would say 2 times a day, unless you're definitely going to be posting in it. 2 times is scheduled is great as far as I'm concerned. But then you don't want to overwhelm them with a whole bunch of other stuff at the same time. So that's just something to know there. Activity log. I think okay, yeah. Activity log. So here it just shows me everything that's been done. So for example, if I had someone that I had hidden a comment or done something like that, I could put a note right there reminding myself what I did in that moment. All right. And you can check dates. You can check it just for admins, moderators, members, activity types. You've got those group rules again. You've got member reported content. Hopefully you never have any of that. If someone reports you to Facebook, you can go right there and you can see why. Moderation alerts. You can set up alerts here, and this is kind of a new thing, I think. So if you can set up a keyword alert, so every time someone uses the word Cove Creek in your group, or I'm interested in your group, or any of that, or if someone, you can find out when posts or comments in your group are getting a big response. So if you want, let's create that. So I'm going to say if post engagement type, love. And if I get a love on something for at least 35 times, it's going to tell me, hey, they really loved this one. And so it's going to let me know, and I'll get an alert that says, hey, this post is awesome. So that's a really good thing to put in a moderation alert. All right. Here, we're not going to have anything. I will go to, oh, here we will have a lot of things. Okay. Because I'm in my group. I don't know how I switched out of that, but I did. All right, so basically you're set up here for your group. So I'm going to show you a couple things that you'll be able to use later. Growth, you can click on that and it's going to show that in February I had 500. On February 3rd, I had 542. And now today I have, on March 2nd, I have 601. So I have grown, about 60 people in a month, which is pretty good, although I'd like to see that better. I can push engagement and I can see what days and times and what things were the best engaged. Look at that. I have 502 active members. I can look and see that on Tuesday is not my most popular day. My most popular day for people on this group is on a Thursday. So you can look at the times. Thursdays at 8 p.m. are my most popular time. So you know what I should be doing at Thursdays at 8 p.m. when I'm not on air? I should be coming into my group because that's when people are watching. So this is a good way to, as you grow, to be able to go in and see what times and days are your best times. Like 12 p.m. is a really popular time for me. 12:05, I have something come up every single day. You can look at the specific day. So on Tuesdays at 9 a.m. and at 12 p.m. are my most popular times. So you can go in through this. You can see what your most popular posts are, where you're getting your most engagement. This is going to help you grow in your future, and be able to project when you're going to go live, maybe, or when you're going to do things, schedule your posts. So, all right. I hope that that was helpful to you guys. I know that was kind of fast and kind of a lot of information. Come back and watch it as often as possible. I am going to leave this link up, of course, but I'm going to drop the link into the units. I will be uploading this to my YouTube channel. So if you have any questions, I cannot see anything right now. So actually, let me look on here and see if there was anything. Okay. So I think that's it. If you guys have any questions, if you have anything, anytime, y'all reach out to me. But I wanted you to be able to see how to set up a group, because that's step number 2. I'll have a write-up with it here in a little bit. Maybe not tonight. It's already 6:30. I don't know when my family is going to be back. So if I have time, I'll get it up tonight. The live video, I think, stays in Facebook after I end the Zoom. I'm not 100% certain on that. But if not, I'll have this back up. Okay. So if you guys have questions, y'all holler at me. And that's the way you start a group. But get that name first and then get that group. And then I'll have many other steps to help lead you in the right direction so that you can get going and really build your business a lot faster. The biggest thing is going to be content. What content is. I do have a content video that I dropped in so that you can get some ideas on that. But you want to be value-based content. You want content that is going to make them want to be in there. You don't want to just sell in that group. At the beginning, you definitely are going to, one of the things you can schedule right now, go into our Natural Leaders group and hit the post topics, ingredient spotlight. You can do an ingredient spotlight always scroll to the bottom. When they go into topics, the newest one is at the top and the oldest one is at the bottom. But those ingredient spotlights are amazing. Oh, and by the way, the tea and coffee ones, we need to delete those. Stephanie, if you're watching, could you do that? I don't have time. Don't worry about any of the tea, coffee, or collagen ones right now, because that was a little issue, but it's going to be fixed. But right now, that none of that. But start talking about how goat milk is good for people. You want to, as with your skincare products, you're solving a problem. So what are problems that people with skincare have? Pimples, wrinkles, acne, dryness, flakiness, psoriasis, eczema, and we make no claims that we can cure anything. We can only say that goat milk is known to help with these things. So read those, do those ingredient spotlights. It's a really good way to get to start growing your group and get some information in. Explore all the topics in our group, you guys. I know it's a lot. But remember, this is your business. And I want to tell you guys, we're at the very beginning of it. We're only 6 months old. I want you to think of this. Mary Kay and the people that are sitting at the very top at Mary Kay. Mary Kay was not born in 6 months. It was not huge. It wasn't where it is today in 6 months. It took years. All right. Color Street, they're 3.5 years old and just hit number 4. The ladies that started that at the very top, and you guys are all right now, y'all are all at the very, very top of this. All of those ladies are making 20, 30, 40, 50, 60K a month. Y'all didn't hear me stutter, right? A month. All right. It is our job to grow this brand. Let people know that it's there. Let people know how great it is. Build our teams so that we have other people spreading the word, because that's one of the things about having a team. It spreads the word. Plus, you earn more money. But we can be sitting on a gold mine. It just takes a little bit of work. And if you are willing, if you're ready, and you want to grow your business to be that person, then we're here to do it together. All right? All right, you guys. I will get off my soapbox. I should have stayed outside a little bit, but I was getting a little sunburned, and I don't want to burn on my very first day. Y'all have a super, super awesome night. Shoot me any messages you have. Your team leaders, anyone in the chat, everyone is welcome. By the way, if you have a question that you think, if I have this question, someone else can have this question, please drop it into our group instead of just dropping it into the chat, because that way I have questions topic in there, so you can go scroll through those. But it's been a big habit that we get that team chat going. So the team chat is great for updates, fast updates. But when we get lots of questions and stuff, we really should drop those into our group so that everyone can see them, because some people are not in the chat. And if the chat drives you crazy, turn off notifications and just come check it every once in a while, because sometimes it will drive you nuts. End of month, beginning of month, it will almost always drive you nuts. But it's so fun and exciting that it's worth it. All right. But you can turn off notifications for the chat if it's too much for you. Okay. We do not want to bombard you. You do not have to be in chat. You just get some information sometimes faster. But that's why we need questions in the group also, because there's a couple people that just are not in our chat. All right. All right. Hashtag natural leaders, capital N, capital L, hashtag natural leaders, hashtag yourselves as well. Y'all have a super awesome evening. Oh, woo, I can see myself now. Y'all have a super awesome evening. I've got more stuff coming. I'm on vacation-ish. I'll be busy and at the beach also. Might actually relax and take some time off. So you guys, but y'all feel free. My friend's almost on me all the time. So y'all feel free if I don't get back to you. Stephanie, Lissa, Karen, Mary, Shanda, Tiffany. I mean, all of these ladies, Lisa, I can't even, there's so many of us. Everyone is willing to help. We have the best team, and I'm so super proud of every single one of y'all. Y'all have a super great night.